Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I've got some really important claims that are going on this week for your airdrops. You definitely want to maximize on those prices, perhaps rotate them into things you have way more conviction in. So let's get into it. But before we do, just remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm just a guy on YouTube. And while you're at it, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter. While you're at it, check out my wallet onto bank, which has been taking a bit of a hit the last couple of days. And if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, check out my services, links below, Web3 Secret Society, join the community, or schedule a private video call. Now, before we start the video, I just want to put this out there. I am hiring people who are interested in creating some sort of visuals for me. So I'm looking for a new Twitter banner and some other digital content. There's a lot of scammers out there, so I will be paying on delivery. But hey, you guys know what I look like, and I share a lot of my information. So if you're interested, DM me on Twitter, okay? With your rates. The market has been somewhat recovering. I should refresh this because this was loaded a couple hours ago. But we've sort of went down all the way to almost fill the wicks. We almost got $3,500 ETH earlier today, went to 3,520. There's potential that Bitcoin goes down all the way to 94.2. We came very close. And if it breaks that, maybe 87 or 89K. We'll have to find out what that looks like. Remember, nothing really to worry about here. Just, market makers flushing out both sides of leverage. People going short, people going long. They don't want people using leverage. This is why it's so easy to be in spot or in very low leverage where you have margins to support these extremities. That being said, I think we go up more as we continue this cycle. So there's nothing to be worried about. If you do get these lower entries, that's a fantastic opportunity to load into spot. Remember, nothing is financial advice. So today morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, or wherever you were in the world, whatever time it was, we had the Magic Eden airdrop. So the last NFT platform that did an airdrop similar to this was Tensor. And Magic Eden, what I will say here is it was a little complicated. They did have a small video on how to claim your ME token. What it required you to do basically was, get their app, create almost like a hot wallet that linked all of your other wallets, which obviously people didn't like doing. Once you sort of do that, you have to scan, link those wallets, and then you're able to claim within the app. Now, a lot of people had some issues this morning, myself included. I think you need to have an iOS update. Mistakenly, like my iPhone was perfectly up to date, still got the error, but was eventually able to claim a bunch of tokens. I got 1,072 on one cluster that I keep public, and I got some more Magic Eden on another cluster, which is private. Now, some of you may have missed this, but if you did not sell all of your tokens, potentially you can go back, or if you have some Magic Eden, if you are a Magic Eden staker, all unclaimed Magic Eden will be given to Magic Eden stakers. So I don't know right offhand how much is unclaimed. I'm sure someone will make a dashboard on this within Dune or something. Then maybe you'll get to see if there's an opportunity there. Now, the Magic Eden price started at $12 or went all the way to 13. Let's be honest here. That's because a lot of people couldn't claim. It was very laggy, right? Why do we have to use an app? So be it. A lot of people got, 4 or 5. Some people got 6 figures of an airdrop, which is incredible. As with all airdrops, there were people on the sidelines not happy. I heard from some OGs who felt they should have been qualified, but they weren't. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, there's a happy resolution to that. Then as the listings came up, I believe Binance is one of them, we saw the Magic Eden price come back from around $4 and went back up to $7, and now it's come back to $5.58. a strategy that I know a lot of people were using this time around was basically Meteora pools. And the way this works is you open a one-sided pool only with Magic Eden token, and then it will trade Magic Eden for Solana token, go back and forth, and then when you have insane volume, in this case, the fees paid were $2 million today, then you can earn a big portion of those fees, especially when people were not doing it. So this made the rounds on Twitter. I will make a video showing you exactly how to do this in depth in the next 24 to 48 hours, just so you're aware. But it's definitely something that I think is a very useful strategy, and one I was using with the Luigi token earlier today as well. Another big update, and this one is very impactful. This is Pengu. Now, I know this is not officially an airdrop, but I mean, I guess it's an airdrop because it's going to be given to a bunch of different communities, especially those who hold Pudgy Penguins. So they're launching their coin finally. Now, for those of you who don't know how impactful this is, Pudgy Penguins is one of those, let's just say their IP is something that my normie friends send me because they're used in memes online on Instagram. So Pudgy Penguins over the last 3 years has become the face of crypto, sitting in millions of households worldwide, garnering millions of followers, amassing over 50 billion views. They've cemented itself in the hearts and minds of everyday people and culture, right? 50 billion plus views on social. I wasn't really aware of their toys, but I'm not surprised. Now, what's going to happen is they have this group called the Huddle, and they want more than just the holders of the NFTs to be part of it, right? One of the things we've talked about with meme coins versus NFTs is anyone can join a meme coin cult, right? Because with that, you can own one token, a fraction of a token. With these NFTs, they were massively expensive. And when I show you the prices of what they are now, you're going to be like, wow. But before we do that, I'm going to include this thread here talking a bit about some of the updates on Pengu, but really I want to show you the tokenomics over here. So 25.9% of the Pengu token will be allocated to the Pudgy Penguins community, all of it unlocked at the token generation event. Other communities, so other NFT projects, will be getting 24%. I believe if you went to the Abstract Discord, which I posted on Twitter, and we know I posted in the Web3 Secret Society. If you did that, well, you probably have qualified through the elite role to get some Pengu token. Then there's going to be some other things for Pengu, which is liquidity, proliferation, public good, and they're even trying to make right for those who got hurt in the FTX collapse. And some will be given to the team and the company. The team and the companies unlocks, in about 12 months. So be it. That's fine. Still should be a nice windfall. Now, what I will tell you, last week, I was spending until Wednesday last week, I was in a hotel playing poker from Friday to Wednesday. And what happened was I was looking at these NFTs around 14 ETH. It was like 14 ETH or something like that, right? And I almost pulled the trigger. And then when they announced the Pengu airdrop, well, as you can see here, it just skyrocketed. Literally, it has not doubled, but it's gone up 50 to 60-ish% in such a short period of time. And I was trying to watch the chart because I was matching this up with the levels of the last time Ethereum was rising this year, around 21 ETH. I thought potentially we'll get a correction. I was wrong. It's basically completely ran away from me. I remember looking at this like 2 nights ago, or even yesterday, what am I saying, at 21, and now it's 24. So it just keeps running away. I think the challenge with NFT projects, for those of you who aren't as familiar, is when you have these bigger projects, whales love to manipulate the prices by buying a ton of them at once, inflating the price, then they dump a lot of them at the same time to basically invoke panic so people sell out. And this is how, one, they farm a lot of volume, but they also basically get to buy stuff low, sell stuff high. Now, I did fortunately jump in and get a little Pudgy at 1.9 ETH. This has basically gone up 0.8 ETH, which is 50% in the last, I guess it's been a week, right? It's actually the same one that I'm using on my display picture. I do still want to get a Pudgy Penguin. I just it's so hard to justify spending almost 100,000 US on one of these, but I'm sure I'll be looking back at this and going, wow, it's like $500,000 or 250,000. Why didn't I just do it? Because I'm doing that right now. So if I was to take a look at either of these two collections, with speculation even, I'd say little Pudgies are still okay, a decent buy, because they should get you maybe even 1/3 of the same airdrop that the big Pudgies get. It's all speculation, but we'll see. Next update I have for you guys is just a summary on the Jupiter Exchange finality of that vote, right? So 87% of people voted for Jupiter 2 and 3 with the conditions that were outlined. So we should see Jupiter 2 happen on Jan 30th, or something around that date. Where Meow did make a post, I will go into that in a second today, where he talked about he wants to have Jupiter sort of wrapped up before the end of January because of Cats and Bull. And basically what's happened is they've confirmed that 700 million tokens will be dropped. Some of that will be going toward the active staking rewards. The other 300 million tokens will be burned for Jupiter 2. Now, if you want to check your volume, you can go ahead and do that. This is just a swap volume on the Jupiter DEX. So I did mine right here. Just in swaps alone, I have 293.5 thousand. This does not include limit orders, which was the majority of my orders or my real swaps on Jupiter. But you can see here how many pairs you did and everything. I have 91 different pairs that I interacted with on Jupiter, so that's really cool. Check it out. Should be interesting because Jupiter 2 should reward you this way. Jupiter 3 will be very different. So where Meow did a long thread talking a bit about what he wanted to do with Jupiter. Like I said, it's nice to see that we're going to see 2 of them at least. They'll be the only 2 in this format, drawn from reserves. The future ones will be sourced in a far more sustainable manner, and he wants Jupiter to be a yearly activity for years to come. Also, there's going to be a lot more information on what's happening with the Jupe token very soon. There's going to be sharing of criteria and numbers to evolve toward a good point. Something where I read here, he talked about there's no cap. Oh, there you go. There's no cap on the number of Jupiter tokens you can earn, which is incredible. And the checker will be up about a week or 2 before the actual drop itself, which will be before Cats and Bull, which is in late January. So maybe mid-January. And obviously, look, I made this tweet yesterday. This tweet that he came out earlier today. So obviously, I would go back and change it if I could. Now, going from a fantastic community, so we just talked about Pengu, fantastic community. We just talked about Jupiter, fantastic protocol. Let's talk about one that has been getting a bit of shade on social media, and that is the M3M3, which has been associated with Meteora. Now, before I even get into the situation, what I do want to show you is a tweet from Ben Chow. So Ben Chow is part of the Meteora team. And basically, he's trying to clarify, hey, Meteora has nothing to do with the launch, the deployment, or have any supply of the M3M3 token. It's managed by the We Are M3 team, and they've been busy making sure the launch went well, blah, 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 blah. Now, here's the thing. Some sleuths on chain, I'm not a good sleuth on chain, but there are some really good ones, who went in and found out that the We Are M3M3 team, which is We Are Meme, I guess, they basically bundled a bunch of the supply, a bunch of the wallets that stole the money, 5 million plus from the community, and they've been dumping the supply on them. And this is actually something I called out when they first launched this. I called it out in a previous video as a fear, which was, it was one of the most obvious setups for a Ponzi you could ever have. And the reason I say this is, imagine a situation where you're rewarding people for buying and staking the maximum you can of this token, locking it up so you're the top 999 people. And then while you do that, you now have a lot less sell pressure. You have people incentivized to buy, and then you just keep dumping on them. This is why the token has been continuously sliding. In fact, when it brought up with the mod team, a lot of the mods were like, we have no idea. We've asked the team for an explanation. And this has been something that's been going on a long time because, you know what? People are asking the questions, And we are M3 are using the Haley Welsh defense, which is we're going to be here for a long time. You know, we didn't really sell. We just did a pre-sale or whatever. So we just have to be very careful because a lot of them will just say what they need to say. I'm going to try to see if I can find the actual tweet. But like, let's just be honest here. A lot of these grifters, right? I don't want to say they're grifters yet. Seems like they are, but I can't 100% confirm it. But a lot of them will come in saying they want to change things, right? When Where Meow talked about player pump player, you saw the biggest scammers in the space come out. There's other crypto influencers. I'm not going to give them the time of day, but they started saying we're doing PPP, and all they did was use those tokens to scam their communities. And it's pretty disgusting. And I think this is exactly what this team looks to be doing. If you are part of it, I don't mean to sort of insult you or sort of your bags or fudge your bags. I just want you to be aware of the potential issues with this, okay? Next update here is on Bluefin. So I mentioned this, or I shared this on a couple videos. They're launching actually tomorrow at, I guess, 5 a.m. Eastern. Just like with the hype token, you can get this on their spot DEX, and you're able to trade it there. So it should be available if you've already claimed or you've already sort of signed up. You can go here, check your eligibility, do that all over here, you know, connect your various wallets. One thing I will mention is it came up a ton because a lot of people were asking, well, in your documents, you have Sui Play holders also getting it. And I have a Sui Play and I have the Mythic NFT, and they were having some challenges. So they are going to basically do this manually for the allocation. And, you know, they're going to get that. So make sure you join their Discord if you have a Sui Play so you get your portion of the airdrop, okay? Another update as well, December 12th, which is the day after tomorrow, the Lingo token is finally coming out. So some of us did the pre-sale. I know I did it back when ETH was about half the value it is right now, or maybe, you know, 2/3 or something like that, 2/5 perhaps. And basically, what's going on is we're going to see if we're going to continue seeing these tokens which launch, which actually hold their price, right? So, you know, pre-market for me, Magic Eden was around $3.80 to $4. It went to like $7. It's holding around $5.50, right? We'll see what happens to the Lingo token. Does it do better than its pre-sale price, given that it had an airdrop? We'll find out on the 12th. And the final two updates I have on you have to do with ZKsync. So the ZKsync Ignite program launches on January 6th. This is for like 300 to 400 million tokens, something in that range, maybe 350 million. Basically, they're having like a quick summary. They've selected 15 DeFi protocols. You don't have to use all of them, right? What's nice that I saw was the 8 DEXs. They have Uniswap, SyncSwap, Koi Finance. I use these 3. You know, if you use Zumi or Pancake, that's fantastic as well. They have all 8. They have 3 perpetuals, Whole Station, Vest, or RFX. I don't use any, so I'll have to use one of these. And lending, Aave. Perfect. You guys already know I don't like using less known protocols, ones that haven't really survived the long term or multiple cycles. So fantastic to have Aave here. I'll be definitely doing that. This is going to be a way for you to earn some more ZK tokens. And finally, there is another voting that's going to happen very soon. If you don't want to have to remember to do that, you can always delegate to me. The link to that is in the description below. Okay. So just so you guys know, that's what you do it. Hope that helps. We got Ocho in the house. We got Daniel. Guys, make sure you smash the like button. 1010 Lion. I have sold all of my Magic Eden token. ETH and Sol were just way too tempting for me to buy today versus holding on to Magic Eden token. Don't FOMO. Yeah, it's hard to sit on your hands on those Pudgy Penguins. The ME token claim in USA. Yeah, Joe, you should be able to do it. Otherwise, you may want to check out a potential VPN. It's not legal advice. But definitely, guys, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'll be here this entire bull run to make sure that you walk out of this very successfully. So make sure you subscribe, help support me, help me support you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.